Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, welcome! I am a full-time reseller on a site called Poshmark. That means I buy clothing and shoes and accessories secondhand, and I sell them on Poshmark, and that's how I make my living. That's how I pay my bills. I've been doing it full-time for about 4.5 years now, and I have done an experiment. So if you guys enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below, and if you really enjoy this video, you want to see more of them, feel free to hit that subscribe button. The little bell will let you know when a new video comes out. Okay, now that I did the YouTube thing, let's dive into the numbers, shall we? So, I did an experiment on Poshmark. There's one way that I typically make 95% of my sales, and I wanted to see if I was correct in that doing this actually matters. So this is kind of like the one way that I really believe that you can control what your sales look like on Poshmark. So here's what happened. The first week of May 1st through the 7th, I did $2,909 in sales. So I sold almost $3,000 worth of items in 1 week on Poshmark. I had a couple really big days. I had a day on the 3rd, I sold $745. And then on the 6th, I actually sold $852. Now, there's a reason this happened, and I'm going to tell you. But I also want to start off by showing you my second week sales. So in the second week, I did not do the thing that brought me in my sales. So in the second week, I was just kind of letting things do whatever they were going to do on their own, right? I was still listing things, I was still doing everything else, but I wasn't putting in the extra step. So in that week, the 8th through the 14th of May, I did $859 in sales, so not even $1,000. So how did I get almost 4 times the amount of sales in the first week of the month than the second week of the month? There is an explanation, and that is sending offers to likers. I know, riveting, crazy, right? But honestly, sending offers to likers on Poshmark is so important. It is how I get 95% of my sales. And I also want to talk about this part of it. Let me take a drink of water while you digest that I made 4 times the amount, almost 4 times the amount, sending offers to likers. Now, the trick here is when I'm sending offers to likers, I am not just willy-nilly sending 10% off. The automatic send offer is a 10% offer. That doesn't get people out of bed, right? Offers to likers on Poshmark is a really great tool because it does a lot of things. So when someone likes one of your items, you get a notification, hey, they like this item. You have a few options. You can just let it be, whatever, hope that they come back and buy it, or you can take control and entice them to buy the item. So you can send out an offer to them. You can do that privately by adding it to a bundle and sending the offer to just them. You do not have to include a shipping discount if you do that. That's what I like to do. When you do that first option, and you put something into their bundle, what happens is they get a notification that says you are styling them. And that notification pops up right on the front of their phone, a push notification, which is huge because all of us have our phones near us 95% of the time. We open our screens and we can see all of our notifications. So getting your item on that front page of their screen is a big deal. Even if they have most notifications turned off for Poshmark, they still get that you're being styled by notification. Then they might be curious. So they're going to go in, they're going to click on it, and at that point, hopefully you've already sent them an offer and they buy it. So as soon as I put it in their bundle, I usually write a nice little note and I say, hey, thank you so much for shopping or looking at my closet. Here, let me know if you have any questions. My name. And then I send an offer, a really good offer. So I never send just 10% off. I feel like that doesn't do much for people. It's kind of whatever. And when I send that offer, they also get another notification saying, Nicole sent an offer to you. So they're getting multiple notifications, which is really nice. And so I really like to send bigger offers, and I'll talk about that in a second. I want people to be like, oh, wow, that's a good offer. I want to buy the item. But so that's the first way that you can kind of send offers to likers, and that is my preferred way. I do a mixture of both ways, depending on my mood, depending on what I've done in the past. The second way to send an offer is to just send an offer on the item itself. So to go into Poshmark and just hit the item and then send an offer, and it's going to send that offer to everyone who's ever liked that item that you haven't sent an offer to within the last like 30 days, unless it is a percentage lower than the last offer that you sent. So let's say you see someone like it, you go in and you send an offer on the item. They're still going to get a notification. It's just going to say that I sent them an offer. So it's not that like fun styling one, which I think makes a big difference. They're also going to get an email notification and so forth. So you're drawing everyone back to your item, which is so important. They liked it for a reason for the most part. Okay. So let's talk about discounts that I give, because I feel like people come to me and they say, I'm sending offers, Nicole. I know how to send offers. I'm still not making any sales. Why? You're probably not sending a good enough offer. And I say that with kindness, because I know everyone has different profit margins and everyone has different things that they need in their business. But this is how I run my business, and I think that it's worked. I am not emotionally attached to anything in my closet. Everything is a number to me. So I know what my average buy price is. My average buy price on everything in my closet, averaged out, is around $3. So when I look at something, I know, hey, it's $3, right? Some items I pay more for, some items I get for free. It all kind of equals out at the end of the day. That being said, there's always outliers, right? Like there's always the items that if I just bought a purse for like $100, that doesn't, I know I spent $100 on that purse and I need to get more money for that. So, excuse me. Whew. There are always outliers in the equations. So keep that in mind when we're talking about this, and don't scream at me in the comments. Overall, most of the items in my closet, I can say I paid an average of $3 for. So when I'm making offers, I'm looking at everything for around $3. So it's like, okay, that item was listed for $25. I paid $3 for it. I can send out an offer for $18. They come back at $15. I'm still probably going to take that, because that's still going to be tripling my money, quadrupling my money after fees, and that works for me, right? And so bulk selling is what works for me. Maybe you're a seller who your average buy price is $10, and so you have to be selling things for more money, and I understand that, but you still need to take that into the equation and kind of let go of this individual item perspective that can really hold you back when you're looking at things. And it can really get you tangled in, like, I have perceived value that this item should be selling for $50 because I saw one other one sell for $50, and I'm going to hold out for that $50. But your average buy price in your closet is $5, and someone's sending you a $30 offer. The math, you have to look at it in a math perspective. And to me, that math doesn't make sense. If someone wants to give me $30 and I paid $5 for it, go. Take it, make that money, and reinvest that money back into your business, because reinvesting that money is going to make you more money in the long run, right? If I sell 5 items for $20 this week, that's $100. I take that $100, right? And I do the same thing. I buy more items, right? And it just like compounds. So it compounds, and at the end of the month, I'm going to have more money than someone who held out to get $100 for one item and couldn't reinvest back into their business. I didn't break that down very well, but I've broken it down in the past, and I think you guys get the math behind that. The quicker you can reinvest into your business, the better. And so stepping away and no longer thinking of these items as individual pieces and looking at your product as a whole is really going to help you in the long run. And that's why I'm able to make, $800 in a day. It's because I don't look at anything but the numbers. at all. Like, everything is a number. And yes, I'm giving great prices to people, but that's what they're willing to pay for it. Like, if that's what they're willing to pay for it and that works in my number line, I'm going to take that offer. So I'm here to encourage you to start doing the same thing. Know your numbers. Numbers don't lie. At the end of the day, they really don't. My profit margins are still pretty high on these, by the way. I know that there'll be other comments like, well, you're not making any money. That's just not true. My overhead for inventory is around 30%. So that is still, I would say, out of this $2,900, my profit is still between 50 to 70%. I haven't broken down the numbers before I made this video exactly. I do that at the end of the month. But I am still probably profiting around $2,000 after fees, everything being said and done, because I keep my numbers so low. So that's the other great thing, is I know what my profit margin is. I know what I want to keep it as, and I know how long it takes me to list something. Everything makes sense to me. Everything makes sense. Everything is a number, right? It takes me an hour to list 10 items. That's about 6 minutes an item. So 6 minutes plus, let's average in the cost of sourcing that item and everything is said and done, 15 minutes. 15 minutes to sell an item to make, profit of $15 on average. You times that by 4, that's $60 an hour. I'm okay with that. It doesn't ever break down that simply, right? But at the end of the day, it works for me, and everything is a number. Everything is a number. So sending offers to likers is how I make the majority of my sales. And it's so important to my business to be able to let go of everything else and offer people a good deal on their items. It is not uncommon for me to offer a 50% off deal, especially if it's a big bundle. So I'll go in and I'll bundle everyone's items together. If they have 5 or 6 items, it's a $300 order. I might offer $150. That works for me because those 5 items, right? 5 items, average of $3 a piece, that's $15. That's a great profit. And that's what I look at and that's what I think about. But what the buyer sees is they see, whoa, I just saved $150 and I got this great deal. So I encourage you guys to do the same. I encourage you to start breaking down your numbers, knowing your books, knowing what things look like, and start thinking about your profits and no longer focusing on these individual sales, because that is just going to hold you back and you have to be able to reinvest your money. Whew. Okay. That being said, I also want to add that I know everyone's business is different and that this doesn't work for everyone. That's okay. I am here to share my journey and what's worked for me throughout the years and in the past and how I make a living and pay my bills. And you can see, though, there's a huge difference in that top week and that bottom week. And I just can't justify not running my business in a way that makes me money, that makes me the most profit at the end of the day. Yes, I let people buy things for maybe less than I could have gotten if I held out 2 or 3 more weeks or a month or a year, who knows? But reinvesting quickly is what has always made me the most money. Okay, that's it. I think that's it. I think that's my whole rant. Send offers to likers, know your numbers, start looking at things through as a whole, instead of these individual items, and you're going to make more sales. Be active on the platform. It's not uncommon for me to spend an hour to 2 hours every day sending offers to likers. You know how easy that is, though? I can literally sit in my bed and do that. Last night we watched a movie as a family. It was a cartoon. I had no interest in watching this cartoon, but I wanted to be there and be present with my family, and so I mindlessly sent offers to likers. While I was doing that, my kids were sitting in front of me. They had no idea. I was still there with them. I'm still, I'm still getting stuff done. So to me, that just makes sense. That's what I can do. I hope that maybe some of you will benefit from this and it will make sense for you too. If you guys like videos like this, let me know. I will share more of my tips and how I run my business with you. I know I do a lot of hauls and stuff like that, but I'm also happy to share some of the things that I do to make a profit on Poshmark. Whew. Okay, that was a mouthful. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend, and I will be back again soon. I plan to put out 2 more videos this week, so make sure you hit that bell to get notified when they go out. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.